if you don't want to. You never heard that? I can't give my heart if you really don't want it. He wants the people in the hood particularly to know that the feds is coming to the inner city for a tremendous crackdown. He said no corner is going to be safe. He said no hoodlum is going to be safe. In other words, it's breaking news on the Art McCoy University radio show. The feds is coming to our community. The feds are coming to our street corners and going to cause some havoc. So you can take it either way you want it. What I'd like to see done, I'd like to see some of our young brothers wake up quick, because when the feds come in here, it's going to be a mighty, mighty lockdown. There's going to be so many of our young brothers locked up in the penitentiaries and the prisons. It's going to be like a encampment. Lord, I hope the brothers find their way before Session bring the feds into our neighborhood to clean it up. Now, this can be a two-edged sword. For us that want the community cleaned up, we say, come on, get them. And which is right. But the other edge of that sword is that it'll be like the crack epidemic when so many of us was arrested and put in prison. There got to be a better way. But I'm just telling you right now, this is a warning. When it happened, you can say you heard about it. Because where all them feds come from? Why are they all in our neighborhood? Lord, how?
Isn't there a heroin epidemic?
Yes, there is a heroin epidemic.
So why aren't the feds going there?
Listen, I'm not.
I know you're not Jeff Sessions.
I'm not Attorney General Sessions. All I'm doing is giving you fast breaking news.
Okay.
Now, when the feds come to town, we will ask them.
That's right.
About the heroin epidemic. But if you want to know the reason, brother, is simply that they do not arrest and they do not use the same measures of law enforcement on the heroin epidemic now that it's truly a suburbanite and truly a white epidemic. They do not use those same methods. They talk about treatment and rehab and all that kind of stuff, brother.
It's a disease.
A disease. Talk to me, brother. So that's why. But absolutely,
he was saying right.
Absolutely. It sounds right. It all depends on what side of the fence you're on. It sounds right to them, but it don't sound right to brother. Brother, Melanated Media News is always trying to start something. All right.
All right, Sam, the reason why they aren't coming up to folks that are supplying the opiates from these are the owners, the CEOs of these pharmaceutical companies, because they have very good lawyers. And the ones that are supplying the heroin that's coming from Asia, they aren't coming to the United States to report to court. And the ones that are supplying the cocaine and the weed from South America, they have good lawyers and they have guns just as big as the feds. So get the little dude on the corner who's only making about 25 grand a year, put him away for life until the next one gets on the corner, and leave the dudes that can shoot back and out-lawyer you alone. That's their policy. That's the policy, and that's always been the policy. You want to bet that El Chapo, who's sitting in the federal pen right now, is going to get treated better than any dude on the corner selling dope for 25 grand a year. Want to bet? That's why. Hey, was that part of the announcement for Jeff Sessions? Did he say he was going after the pharmaceutical companies or the suppliers?
No, he didn't. He said he was coming. I hear you, Todd. Todd, you sometimes you make a lot of sense, brother.
Wait, no, he didn't. Todd, are you saying that meth and opioid users have good lawyers?
The larger supply of opiates in this country are coming from the major pharmaceutical companies in the United States.
That's not what I asked you, Todd.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
No, I didn't say that. What I said was, and I'll repeat it in reference to that particular part of the statement, the CEOs of the pharmaceutical companies that are paying these doctors to overprescribe people with these opiates, which are a form of heroin, are the ones that are driving the drug epidemic as far as heroin goes. Because these folks run out of these pills and they have to go get it fixed somewhere, and they find it's easier to get heroin cheaper, which is also a painkiller, and just sessions aren't going after them.
Ty, who's buying fentanyl? Because that's more dangerous. That's more harmful than opium and heroin. So let's cut the chase to the fentanyl. Who's buying the fentanyl?
The people that are buying the fentanyl are the people that can't afford the opiates from the pharmaceutical company anymore.
Okay, so why won't the feds go down there?
Because the fentanyl is coming from out of the country, and they aren't coming to court. The dudes from Asia ain't coming to court. Just like I said, they ain't come. You could put all the subpoenas you want against these dealers in Asia. They are not coming to the United States to report to court.
Todd, I happen to agree with the first point that you're making it, but and I happen to agree with you on that. But the fact of the matter is, Sam Melanated Media, he's breaking it down a little bit closer to the street, and he's saying why aren't the feds coming down on those in the street that's using the fentanyl?
Yeah, because that's where the feds are gonna go if we're based on art's logic.
The users or the dealers?
No, but listen.
You dealt with the dealers. We accept it. Now I accept that. Now
we accept that, but based on his logic, they're not going after where it's coming from in the black community. So you can't say, well, when it's the white community, go after the major kingpins, but when it's the black community, go to the street level people. No, go to the street level people in the white community too.
There's not that many of them, relatively speaking, as far as those.
It's an epidemic.
From the corporation, Sam.
When I turn on the TV and I see babies in the back seat and people are overdosed and driving, that's like almost every day. You're saying it's not an epidemic?
No, I didn't say it was an epidemic. I didn't say that it's not an epidemic. I said the major problem, what would stop the issue is that the corporations that are supplying it and the government that's trying to attack it will go after the corporations that are supplying it on that end and get more aggressive from the people from Asia that are bringing it in on the other end.
But Todd, the government already admitted that they brought the drugs into the black community.
They didn't bring heroin into the black community, Sam.
Yeah, but heroin is not the major drug that affected the black community. They brought crack. They brought the other drugs into the black community.
Wait a minute. So what are you talking about? They didn't bring heroin into the black community?
No, I said that.
Todd said they didn't bring heroin into the black community.
It wasn't a government action like crack cocaine was.
Well, who brought it in? Who brought it in?
Heroin was brought into the black community. Heroin was brought into the people that run the heroin epidemic out of Asia.
No, I'm talking about. Wait a minute. I understand. We in the hood now, Todd.
I'm telling you.
Who brought it in the hood? The Asians brought it in the hood. That's what you tell me.
The Asians turned it over to the black dealers, and the black dealers brought it into the hood.
Man, they did that long time ago.
Hey, Todd.
I mean, they had the
Todd,
you're
tripping.
They FBI already admitted that.
Yeah, Todd, you're tripping. You're right about something, but go ahead.
What was that soldier's name that was bringing it in? That was during Noriega.
Yeah,
during that time. That's been, 30 years ago, man.
That was cocaine.
Todd, drugs are drugs. Well, we don't, drugs are drugs, man. You understand? They got to get to our community some kind of way. Yeah. You understand? You worse than that. Todd, I'm gonna let you go because I want to love you this week. I want to hate on you. Good point.
Because you don't like that I know more than you about this topic, but I'll go.
Todd, you don't know nothing, Todd. You don't know nothing, Todd. You don't know nothing, Todd. I was a heroin addict. You don't know nothing, Todd. You think you know. You understand? You know something from the bourgeois, no common sense thought process. But when it comes to really knowing something, I don't even know if you've been in the street the way you're talking.
Right.
You know?
It was a soldier, too.
Talking to Mike.
What was the soldier's name? This was, it's been about 30, 40 years ago. And they were selling it bringing stuff in. Then they jammed the FBI guy here because he was bringing it in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's crack, heroin, whatever, man, it's brought to us by them, not by brought to us by. Come on, Todd. Todd, what nationality are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes
and it's been going on a long time.
Yeah,
this ain't just started.
Yeah, Todd, if you're trying to be smart, man, sometimes you're not being smart. You're actually showing your ignorance, man. In as far as the street is concerned, as far as college and all that, that's fine. You got your PhD, you got your bachelor's degree. Yeah. You understand? You got your associate's degree. But hell, when it comes to common sense, you ain't got none. That's why you're listening to the Common Sense Radio Show, the University of Common Sense.
That come into this country that the government ain't a part of.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what it is. You believe me, there ain't nothing crossing this border that they don't know about.
Right. I'm with you.
Ain't got 2 hands, 2 feet, and other people's feet in it. And anytime they allow a person to make money, they already know they're going to take it away from them when they rent. Anytime you can have the American government put a dictator in power, allow him to do what America wants him to do, Noriega, Saddam Hussein, I'm talking major countries. Anytime you can have a country put a dictator in power and let him work for the American hierarchies until he starts saying no, and then go in and destroy everything that he has and take his life. Do you think they really care about the average person walking these streets? They want us dumbed down so they can do whatever they want to do. It really, I mean, it probably has been around long before the 60s, but it came in heavy 70s, 80s because people start waking up.
Lord have mercy.
After you know, Martin Luther King and things such as that, when you had the masses, people starting to come together and join in a formulated thought.
They put it out there,
all these real mind control drugs hit our streets. Yes,
sir, brother. For the sake of time, I have to. Okay. Hey, I love your conversation. You're right on point. Just for the sake of time, we're running out of time.
Who bought it in? And the oldest, Purdue, just died, 97 years old, $14 billion corporation. And as far as your fentanyl, if you Google Paul Jensen in 1959 came with that game. And all these other matters, when you follow the money,
all right,
and you follow the supremacy and racism.
Thank you for your phone call, brother.
That's all the common sense you need.
I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Common sense. Who's on the phone line? Talk.